Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. I am your host, Davo. With me, as always, is my main man, Kells.
Tip of the cap to you all.
My other main man, Andy.
Hello.
And maybe my new main man replacing Andy, Neil.
I'm trying to be nicer.
So, because I'm a nerd, I went through the scores of some of our old games from 2019, and I picked out most of the ones that are kind of the typical games where it's you three guys playing against each other, and came up with some stats.
Oh, boy.
Would you like to hear them?
I would like to hear them.
Maybe.
So, I took the scores for 36 games that you guys played against each other last year. One notable, I was going to look for the lowest score, but then I realized I don't even have to look for that one because I remember vividly what the lowest score was. Andy, do you recall?
Move it along, Neil.
I recall, Neil.
Nothing to see here.
Back in March, our friend of the show, Anthony, did a wrestling competition for the three of you guys. I abstained because I know nothing about wrestling. Andy perhaps should have abstained because he scored.
I didn't get that choice.
He scored a grand total of 0 points.
Yep.
So let me look real quick.
And I'm proud of that.
What our highest score of last year?
I think it was the wrestling episode with Kels.
No, I think you had a pretty high score on one of those games. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember you getting the record.
Let me see. The highest score. So I have this all in a spreadsheet because, like I said, I'm a nerd. So I know the highest score was 314, but now I have to find it in here. Just figure out. There's a search function in the spreadsheet.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, here it is.
Andy, you threw that wrestling game.
Yeah, I threw it. Yeah, that's what I did.
Well, okay, so this is interesting. Our highest score was by Andy.
No.
314 points in the quiz that I put together that was music by decade.
Oh, right.
Oh, that was a good show for you.
Yeah.
That was a really high scoring show all around. Kells lost but had 237 points, which would win a lot of games around here.
Mm-hmm.
Davo had 270.
Ooh.
So overall, like I said, I counted up 36 games, and Kells kind of has a reputation for winning a lot of games, but out of these 36, Kells tied in wins with Andy at 14 each.
No.
I do not believe that. I genuinely.
Are you calling me a liar?
I'm asking for a recount.
Does that mean I won 8 times?
Yes.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I cannot believe Davo won 8 times.
Oh,
Oh, hang on, Davo. It gets worse.
Not worse.
Because so Andy's kind of all over the place. He won 14, came in second 12 times, and lost 10 times.
I'm a home run hitter. I either win or I lose big.
Strike out.
Kells won 14. He came in second 17 times, and he only came in third 5.
Yeah.
So what that means is...
Let me do my gazintas.
Our friend Davo came in last 19 times.
19 was not your year.
Yeah.
I'm sure Willie Mays had some bad seasons.
But he won 8. He won 8 and came in second 9 times.
That's respectable.
8, 9, and what?
19.
Did you say 17? 8, 9, and 19.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Compared to 14, 12, and 10 for Andy, and 14, 17, and 5 for Kels.
Kels is consistently smarter.
Well, I can't wait to play this week's game.
Yeah. Thanks
Turn it
for
around.
the pep talk, Neil. That is interesting. No, I would not. I would have guessed genuinely. I would have put myself last in all the categories.
Well, you can't be last in all of them.
Not all of them. You got to be shining in one.
Yeah, good point.
All right. Well, so this is going to be an interesting one because, why do you say "oh no," Kels?
I don't know. I just get worried really easy. I'm sorry. Go. Please continue.
It can't be worse than Swiss science.
About 5 or 6 months ago, I put together a quiz, and we had some technical difficulties and lost some of the audio. And rather than redo it immediately, we decided to just hold off for a while. Oh. And since well, this is that while now. So this is going to be all new to listeners, but to our 3 intrepid players.
Neil, can I stop here just for a second? Because I'm genuinely curious. Because I'll be the first to admit, I do not remember even what the category was for that episode. Does anybody remember?
I'm blanking.
I remember that night going terribly wrong, but I don't remember even what the category was.
Well, my subtitle is "It's all about the 1990 comedy horror film starring Jeff Daniels and John Goodman."
Arachnophobia?
Arachnophobia.
Oh,
you guys don't remember this at all?
The Lee Holt Memorial episode.
I do remember this. I remember this quite well.
I don't. I mean, I vaguely remember it, but
yeah, I remember this.
We're going to find out how well you remember.
Finished that game, right?
We
finished it.
Oh, okay.
I'll see if I can find the scores from that night. I probably have them somewhere.
I think I lost that game. Like 3rd place. That was one of my 5.
Well, you tend to have a better memory than the other 2, it seems, Kels. Might be an age thing. I don't know. But
because you're younger, stronger, and healthier than the rest of the participants.
Gravy shots. All I'm saying. Look at what they're doing to your brain.
So it's possible that you'll remember more of these. I might have changed up a few of the questions, though. So be careful. You might think you remember and not be quite right. All right. So the first category in arachnophobia is science.
Mm-hmm. Are we going to have some rules, man?
Oh, sorry. My bad. The rules are, each week we have a theme. In that theme, there are 6 categories with 4 questions each. Each question is worth 10 points. There's a few bonus points thrown in here and there, and then there's a final question, which is worth up to 100 points.
Very nice.
All right.
That's fair.
Sorry, I was rushing through that one because I feel like I've been talking for
You did a really good job.
So, question 1 in science. How many total pairs of appendages do almost all arachnids have?
I'm going to say something.
Why don't you write it down?
I was waiting there with bated breath.
I'm going to lock in. Oh, my God. I'm shook by how sucky I am at this game.
I'm locked in. I remember this now.
Oh, great. All right, I'm locked in.
All right, Kels, what's your answer?
I wanted to say 4, but I went with 5 instead.
Okay. Deva?
I went with 6.
Any particular reason?
Yeah. 4 pairs of legs, a couple of mouth grabby things, and some spinnerets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andy?
I went with 5. 4 pairs of legs and a pair of antennae.
Okay. Well, Deva, you are correct. There are 6 pairs of appendages. Not necessarily for the right reasons, but you're pretty close.
I don't care about the reason. I just want to be right.
In this case, that's fine. So there are 4 pairs of legs, and then there's 1 pair of chelicera, which I think are the mouthy parts.
Mouth grabby things.
And then there's another pair of pedipalps, which I don't recall what those are, but I remember now that they were a thing.
Pedipalps.
Back in the time, back in August when I did this, I would have been able to tell you what those are, but now I can't. So Devo was correct. Question 2.
Hold on a minute. Hold on.
What?
I looked up pedipalps. Second pair of appendages attached to the cephalothorax. They are variously specialized as pincers in scorpions, sensory organs in spiders, and locomotory organs in horseshoe crabs.
In spiders?
Spider.
Spiders.
Arachnistethicus.
All right. Well, thank you for that little nugget there.
Mm-hmm.
Question 2. Camel spiders aren't true spiders, but a different order. Which of the following is true about camel spiders? A. They attach themselves to the belly of camels and lay their eggs under the skin.
God.
B. They can run up to 10 miles per hour. C. Their venom acts as an anesthetic so they can eat their victim without being noticed. Or D. They can grow up to 12 inches long.
I don't want any of those to be true.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Deva, what's your answer?
Well, from everything that I've read about camel spiders, they look nastier than they actually are. Because I don't think that they're venomous like that, and they have really strong jaws, so when they bite something, they tend to stay there. And they're really fast. So I said they run 10 miles an hour.
Okay. Andy?
I don't know anything about the spider at all. And all the things that you told me about it freaked me out. The one that freaked me out the least was that their venom was a numbing agent. So that's what I'm going with, because the other ones freaked me out.
Well, the whole thing was they're an anesthetic so they can eat their victim alive without being noticed.
Well,
And that part didn't freak you out?
I mean, that's a little freaky. But that's fine. I accept your answer.
okay.
Kels.
I don't accept
Freaked
your
me
behavior.
out. Freaked me out.
I went with A, the part about them being attached to camels and laying the eggs.
Okay. Yep. The correct answer is they can run up to 10 miles per hour.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Okay.
They will chase your butt down.
They kind of have a reputation for being larger than they actually are because some of the pictures that you find of them are using a false perspective. Like I've seen pictures of like soldiers in Iraq holding one out with their arms stretched out. And so just because of the perspective, it looks bigger than it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
They're still pretty big, but they don't get to 12 inches long. All right. Let's just go to question 3. Some spiders will let out a few strands of silk in favorable conditions and let the wind take them on a journey. What is this process called?
Oh, I remember this question. I remember getting it wrong. And I have learned nothing.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Andy?
I think it's kiting.
Kels?
I also said kiting.
Man,
Devo?
I said parachuting.
Oh, Devo, you were close. The correct answer is ballooning or kiting.
Oh.
And then question 4 is true or false. Although arachnids are almost all terrestrial, a few species live in water, including the deep ocean. True or false?
Locked in.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Okay. Kels?
I said false.
Devo?
Is it true?
and Andy.
Maybe I'm remembering something from the ill-fated episode, but I think it's false because I think the deep ocean is the part of this that's a fib.
The correct answer is false. There are some arachnids that live in the water, but they do not live in the deep ocean.
Yes! I remembered something.
Look at your
I can learn.
At the end of round 1, Andy has 20, Davo has 20, and Kels has 20.
Yeah.
Oh.
Interestingly, Davo answered the first 2 right, and Kels and Andy both answered the second 2 right.
Yeah.
That's probably only interesting to me, but
Well, that's a not a good trend for me.
Category 2 is music. Question 1. Boris the Spider is a song written in 1966 by John Entwistle, who is the bassist for what rock group?
Locked in.
Locked in.
I feel like this is the way this went the first time, too.
Yeah. Yeah. We remember not knowing this.
This is one of those songs I was so pleased when I discovered it. It's such a fun song.
I'm locked in.
Davo?
The Who.
Andy?
The Who.
And Kels?
The Birds.
Creepy crawling on my wall.
The correct answer is The Who. And if you ever listen to the song, you can tell it was written by a bassist.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about it like that, but you're right.
Question 2. The Spiders from Mars was the backing band for what singer during the 1970s?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Andy?
David Bowie.
Kels?
David Bowie.
And Davo?
Well, I'll just say David Bowie. I won't do my horrible David Bowie impression.
What I have written down as acceptable answers is David Bowie / Ziggy Stardust.
I almost panicked on that one. But all right.
I can't see or say David Bowie anymore without thinking of the Funkadelic song and George Clinton saying, "You got your buoy."
And it was cool.
Yeah. But do you really want some doobie in your funk?
Oh, WEFUNK. We funk. Thanks, Neil. You're a true pal.
You know. Hey, I'll set you up for a Funkadelic any day. Question 3. Spiderwebs is a song on the album Tragic Kingdom by what 1990s band?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Kels?
I have checked out this CD enough in my library days to know that this is No Doubt.
Davo?
No doubt.
No doubt.
Correct answer is No Doubt.
Walking into spider webs.
Question 4. The Joplin Spider is a song from the 4th album by what Grammy Award-winning virtual band?
Virtual.
I
Yeah, I
can
can
only
think of one.
so I'm locked.
Locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Davo?
The Gorillas.
Oh, thank goodness.
Andy?
I have no idea what song this is, but the only virtual band I could come up with was the Gorillas.
And Kels?
My sentiment exactly. The Gorillas.
Yeah, this is one of those where I didn't think many people would know that song, but Grammy Award-winning virtual band, there can't be many of those. So the correct answer is the Gorillas.
Almost put the Monkees in that category. Almost.
You can't say they were virtual. All right, at the end of round 2, Kels has 50. Davo and Andy are tied with 60.
All right.
This is a blockbuster game so far.
Mhm.
Which brings us to movies. Question 1. The cast of the 2002 movie Eight-Legged Freaks included an 18-year-old who went on to play a spider-related role in some very popular movies. Who was she?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did you guys know that, or do you remember it from the first episode?
I knew that.
All right, I'm locked in.
Okay. Andy.
Well, when I think of powerful legs, I think of Ray Guy. Can only be one movie. Ray Guy's song.
Kels.
I believe you're referring to the actress who will go on to play Black Widow, and that would be one Scarlett Johansson.
And Devo.
Scarlett Johansson.
Correct answer is Scarlett
I
Johansson.
was trying to connect it to any one of the Spider-Man movies. I couldn't pull it off.
Question 2. This 1999 film, which featured a giant mechanical spider, won Golden Raspberry Awards for Worst Picture and Worst Original Song.
Locked in.
I am locked in.
A giant mechanical spider.
Yep.
Yes.
1999.
Yes.
1999.
All right, I'm locked in.
Kels.
I believe you're referring to the Wild West.
Devo.
Wild Wild West.
What
Andy.
should have been a great film, Wild Wild West. Should have been.
I used to live downtown. 120. I'm sorry.
I have watched that movie more than once, hoping one of these times it's going to turn into a good movie. I know that's pathetic.
The correct answer is Wild Wild West. Question 3. Of the 23 films of the Marvel Cinematic Universe released so far, there might be 24 now, I'm not sure. How many did Spider-Man appear in?
Yeah, locked
Locked
in.
in.
And this one's an all or nothing. I won't give partial credit.
Because you're mean.
I'm locked in.
Kels.
I said 5.
Devo.
I also said 5.
And Andy.
I said 3.
The correct answer is 5.
Civil War.
Right.
And then there would be Far From Home, Homecoming, Infinity War, and Endgame.
Yes.
I wasn't thinking of the actual Spider-Man movies.
Why not?
I don't know. I did the 3 of the Avengers movies. That's where I came up with 3.
I was kind of hoping to catch some of you on the Spider-Verse movie.
Oh, yeah.
But you guys are all too clever. You're too clever to fall for that. Well, obviously, that's not an MCU movie. Question 4. Kingdom of the Spiders was a 1977 nature run amok horror film starring what interstellar actor?
Interstellar actor.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Really?
It can only be like 2 people in my
Yeah.
mind. So,
Andy?
Please tell me it's Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Interesting choice. Kels?
I also said Michael Caine.
Really?
Michael Caine?
How is Michael Caine an interstellar
He's in the
actor?
movie Interstellar.
He's in the film Interstellar.
That's what I was
And we're going all the way back to 1977, so it's got to be an older actor. What am I missing?
Well, I'll tell you what you're missing.
I think. What is it?
William Shatner.
Oh,
What?
you mean in that form?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know there was a movie called Interstellar starring Michael Caine.
Oh.
So I just had that as an adjective. I didn't know that it was.
Not in italics.
No. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Hold on for a minute. Neil, seriously, you haven't seen Interstellar?
It doesn't ring a bell.
I think you like it.
I think you really
I
would
like
like it. And actually, I suspect you have watched and you haven't seen it. This was something that I know you and I are both fans of the Skeptics Guides. They talked about this film at length, talking about how they got the science so right in this movie. It's a very good film. You would, for a science nerd, you would enjoy it.
Oh, that's pretty recent. That's 2014.
14, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, okay, so that's the one that has Matt Damon as like some stranded astronaut somewhere.
No,
That's The Martian.
Yeah.
That's The Martian.
Right.
No. I mean,
Yes.
he's
Okay.
That's
Yeah, he is
true.
a stranded astronaut again.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah, he did that.
You're
twice.
right. He did that twice.
Matt Damon gets
Stop putting him in
lost
space.
so many places. World War II, outer space. Come on.
Yeah.
Get it together, Matt Damon.
all right. At the end of round 3, Andy has 70, Kels has 80, Davo has 100.
Oh,
Wow.
I think Davo was really feeling our stats earlier that I gave out, and he wants to change things around.
I am
for 2020.
definitely motivated.
vengeance.
Let's move on to sports. Question 1. There's currently only one team in Division 1 named after arachnids. What college is that?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys don't even think about it?
Yeah. I knew this.
What am I missing?
Yeah, this one is. They're the only ones.
Division 1 college. I'm punting. Bring out Ray Guy.
Hang time.
Oh,
I got nothing.
All right. Andy. Kels, what's your answer?
I went with Richmond.
Okay. Andy's punting. David, what's your answer?
Richmond.
The correct answer is the University of Richmond Spiders.
Spider.
Yeah, I still don't know.
And reading this again, I realized what I did here. Because there's basically only one sports team anywhere that's named after arachnids, the rest of these questions are all about the University of Richmond.
Oh, bloody heck.
Question 2. The University of Richmond doesn't compete in the highest subdivision, which is the FBS or Football Bowl subdivision. What subdivision do they compete in?
I'm locked in too.
I'll accept either the initials or the full thing if you know it.
Yeah, I'm locked in with a total guess.
Andy?
AAA ball.
Devo?
The FCS.
Okay. And Kels?
I think it's the football championship subdivision. So FCS.
The correct answer is the FCS.
Sure.
All right. Question 3. Kenny Atkinson led the Spiders to a Sweet 16 spot in the 1988 NCAA basketball tournament. What NBA team does he currently coach?
Locked in.
Locked in with a guess.
I'm locked in.
Devo?
He coaches the Brooklyn Nets.
Kels?
I went with the Nets.
And Andy?
I went with the Nuggets because I like to say nugget.
It's apropos for our show.
Here's a trivia nugget for you. The correct answer is the Brooklyn Nets.
That's not a trivia nugget. That's just the right answer.
Yeah,
Well, here's a trivia nugget. The coach of the Nuggets is Mike Malone.
Well, I'll sleep
That is
better
an
tonight.
Did he play for
He
Richmond
did
too?
not.
Does he like spiders?
Maybe.
Question 4. The Spiders discontinued their men's soccer program in 2012. Their last game was a 3-3 tie with their crosstown rivals, VCU. What is the full name of VCU?
Locked in.
Also locked in.
Sure, locked in.
Kels?
Believe it's Virginia Commonwealth University.
Andy?
Virginia Cadet something.
You couldn't even come up with a university.
Yeah. I lost interest. Lost interest in the whole project.
Lost the will to live.
Virginia Cadet Ukulele.
There you go. I'm going with that one.
Devo?
Virginia Commonwealth University.
The correct answer is Virginia Commonwealth University. Well, at the end of round 4,
Did I
Andy
take
still
20?
has 70.
Oh,
No, you did not. You have 70. Kels has 120, and Devo has 140.
Davo lapped me.
I did.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Wow.
Lap, lap, lap.
If you're not first, you're last.
All right, category 5 is comics.
Yay!
Oh,
Question-
shut it.
Crap.
Question 1. Mac Gargan became the third Venom and third Spider-Man, but he started off as a villain named what?
Mac Gargan.
Locked in.
I'm gonna
Mac.
I'm gonna lock in with that. I'm gonna lock in with that.
I'm locked in.
Devo?
I said Rhino.
Kels?
I said that he was the second blank man.
And Andy?
Catfish McCoy. He had these stingers that come out of his gills, and he was also a mean drunk.
The correct answer, keeping with the theme of the contest, is Scorpion.
Ah,
Oh.
piffle.
What did you say?
I
Language.
said piffle. Piffle.
This is a family show, Devo.
Did Cap just say piffle?
The cap says piffle.
Language. Like,
Question 2. Scorpion is the name of the female superhero whose body can create a large variety of life-preserving chemicals. At one point, it is suggested to her that her green hair might be due to her mother's relationship to what other Marvel hero?
locked in.
Yeah, locked in.
Locked in.
Kels?
I said the Hulk.
Andy?
I said the Hulk.
And Devo?
I also said the Hulk.
You all said the right thing.
Yeah.
Wow, yay.
Question 3. This arachnid-themed character was a member of the New 52 version of the Suicide Squad.
Locked in.
It's like the worst. That doesn't make sense. All right,
But this is DC. You like DC.
I do like DC, but this is the worst. I am locked in.
I'm locked in.
Andy?
Catfish McCoy.
Mean drunk.
Devo?
Mean drunk. Has these stingers come out of his gills and stuff.
I said tarantula.
McCoy.
Kels?
I said the Mite.
Correct answer is the Black Spider.
See, that's the worst. That is the absolute worst. That's like
Well, it gets worse.
That's like a Facebook quiz. It's like if you're born in July and your birthday's the 5th, you're a black spider.
You are still bitter that you got Princess Leia on that Star Wars one, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a little bitter about that.
So to avoid questions about Spider-Man, I went with. I think this one's a pretty deep cut.
Oh no!
This minor Marvel character was only 4'6" before he took some experimental growth hormones and grew to be 15 feet tall without changing his weight.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Deva?
I said the powerful walking stick.
Kels?
I said the mighty might.
And Andy?
I was torn between Stretch Armstrong and Slim Jim. I'm going with Stretch Armstrong.
Good choice. The correct answer is Daddy Longlegs.
Oh my god.
Swear to God, my character just came up with Catfish McCoy is better than half these characters you've rattled off.
Deeper backstory.
Yeah, I'm working on the backstory. I imagine Catfish McCoy wears a hat, just so you know.
Like a fedora?
Yeah, it's like a worn out. It's a ratty kind of fedora. But yeah, I'm working this out. It's going to be good.
Well, by all means, keep us posted.
I think he rides a unicorn.
All right, at the end of round 5, Andy has 80, Kels 130, and Deva 150. So we're almost done.
Thank God. Glad we got to do this one twice.
Apparently, you guys don't remember an awful lot of what happened the last time.
It's been a while, and given our current statistics, I don't remember a lot of anything.
You know who does remember? Catfish McCoy.
Catfish McCoy never forgets.
Category 6 is literature.
Literature.
Question 1. Arachne was a woman who was turned into a spider and appears in the second part of what author's 3-part poem written in the 14th century?
Locked in.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Andy, what's your answer?
There once was a spider lady from Nantucket.
What?
Okay. Deva?
Well, I'm thinking Andy was wanting to give you the name of the 3-part poem rather than the author.
I didn't know either.
The answer is Dante.
Oh.
Kels?
I also said Dante.
Well, that is the correct answer. Dante Alighieri. Question 2. In The Lord of the Rings, Shelob was a giant spider-like creature who captured Frodo briefly. What was the name of the pass that Shelob lived near? And for a bonus, for a deep cut, what was the name of Shelob's mother?
Man.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what her. I'm not sure about the mother, but father's name is Helob. Helob. All right.
Yeah, no, we heard you the first time, David. And we gave it all due respect.
You really
Just trying to completely ignore it.
I even remember what I wrote down last time. I'm locked in.
I feel like you got it right last time, Kels.
Oh, I beg to differ, sir.
Oh, maybe not.
I don't remember this at all. I'm locked in.
I do remember this, and it's right outside of Mordor, and I can't.
Less door?
Is that where the shadows lie?
Oh, I got nothing. I know it's outside of Mordor, but I'm sorry to the Lord of the Ring fans out there. I got nothing on this one. I'm punting. So embarrassing.
Great guy.
Hang time.
Hi, I'm just not on my game tonight.
David?
I said Arachnis Way.
That's good, though. That's a good joke.
All right. And Kels?
I said it was the bounce pass, and the mother of Shelob would have to be alley-oop.
Give the points to Kels. I don't care what the answer is. Give the points to Kels.
The correct answer is Cirith Ungol.
I knew that. God bless.
And Shelob's mother was named Ungoliant. I doubt that Ungoliant especially was mentioned in the movie, but this is a literature category, not a movie category. So
Ungoliant was talked about in the Silmarillion. I'm pretty sure.
I think it's mentioned in the Lord of the Rings also.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to something a little lighter.
Mm-hmm.
In E.B. White's Charlotte's Web, Charlotte wrote 4 different things in her web. Name them for 3 points each.
Ooh, I think I knew this one.
I know 2.
I know 2, definitely.
Sure.
I really, really loved this book when I was a kid. I'm a little kid. And there was a girl that lived down the street that liked this book too, and we would get together and talk about it.
Oh,
I know.
That's adorable.
That's
In grade school.
Did you have a little crush on her?
I did. My first crush, absolutely.
Shout out.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll let that one lie.
Was her name Wendy?
No, it was
Oh.
not.
I would melt if that's how y'all just melt.
I'm locked in with what I've got.
I'm locked in.
According to my extensive research, there were 4 different
I just
messages.
remember 3 messages.
Didn't sound like your talks were not fruitful.
I'm locked in with 3.
Alrighty, Kels, what's your answer?
All right. I remember some pig, terrific, eat more chicken, and make love, not war.
Okay, that's pretty close.
Man.
Andy?
Some Pig is the first thing she wrote. Terrific is the second thing she wrote. Radiant was the third thing she wrote. But I don't remember a 4th.
Okay. And Devo?
I have some pig, radiant, terrific, and that's it.
Well, that's it is not one of them. I don't know if these are in order, but I've got some pig, terrific, radiant, and humble.
I don't remember.
I don't remember Humble.
Yeah, humble.
I mean, I'm
That was
not
one of
doubting.
Humble was one of the first ones.
Was it?
Yeah.
Huh.
And finally, what is the name of the massive spider that Hagrid saves and that Ron and Harry visit in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets?
Sorry, Bree.
Yeah, me too. Sorry, Emily.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Andy?
Aragog.
David?
Oh.
The Arachnus Dethicus.
Kels?
Bobby.
The correct answer is Aragog.
Hey, good job, Andy.
Affectionately known as Bobby.
Bobby.
His friends called him Bobby. Miss Aragog if you're nasty.
At the end of round 6, Andy has 99, Kells 146, and Davo 169.
Andy is still playing.
There are 14 orders of extant arachnids. Name up to 10 of them for 10 points each, and I'll accept common names.
Wait just 1 second, Bubba. Yes, it's your friendly podcasting fanatic. Here to shout out my trivia brothers from another mother, the Trivia Rogues. When you get a chance, pop on over to the Trivia Rogues and let Billy and the gang educate you on some things, Bubba. Funk on. And do remember to please look both ways before you cross my mind, baby.
Andy.
I have ticks, scorpions, spiders from Mars, the Fiat spider, Spider-Man, and Catfish McCoy.
Okay. Kels.
All right, I have spiders, scorpions, mites, daddy long legs, ticks, walking sticks, Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy, Miles Morales, and Peter Porker.
Or Spider Ham.
Spider Ham.
Davo.
Spider, scorpion, horseshoe crab, daddy longlegs, shrimp, lobster, mantis shrimp, crab.
What is the accent?
I think he was trying to do a Bubba there. But
shrimp.
Sorry.
Walking stick and a tick.
Can't believe it didn't come up with walking stick.
Well, walking sticks are insects.
Yeah,
So.
it doesn't.
All right. I got our scores totaled up here. Andy, the 3 answers that I actually bothered to write down were all correct.
The Fiat spider's not okay. It's a nice car.
No, not that one. So I got 30 for you. That brings you up to 129, and you're still in third place.
These guys have to get negative scores for me to have a chance.
Yes. Kells, of your actual answers, you got spiders, scorpions, mites, daddy long legs, and ticks are all correct. So that's 5 for you, bringing you to 196 and currently the lead. However, Devo got spiders, scorpions, horseshoe crabs, daddy long legs, and ticks for 50 points.
Since I point out, though, he used that really bad accent, and I think that should take some points away.
Hey.
Just saying.
Lost 7 times last year.
He used those on creatures that aren't even close to correct.
Okay.
So
that's legit.
I'll just discount those all together. I won't go through the actual list of them. There's about 4 different orders of scorpion and ticks, and spiders is the big one, obviously, and horseshoe crabs, and the rest of them aren't that interesting. So, Devo, you won.
Devo!
I like winning. It feels good. It's rare, but it feels good.
I was going to say, how do you know?
So from all of us here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, this is the winner Devo with Kells.
Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out! Here comes the Spider-Man.
Andy.
Sorry, I was looking behind me when he yelled, "Look out." So long, Ladle Brainers.
And Neil.
Seeing a spider in my room isn't scary. It's scary when it disappears.
Ooh.
Signing off.
Oh, yeah. Like what you hear,
you should listen to the show on your favorite podcast app. Yeah. Wherever you like to listen to podcasts. Yeah. You want to talk to us? You can tweet us at Ladle Brain. Yeah. Also, you can find us on Facebook and YouTube. We're at Brain Ladle Productions. Yeah. Don't you miss it. Yeah. We also have individual website and emails, brainladletrivia.com. You can find Neil, you can find Kills, Davo, and Andy. Yeah. If you want to donate to the madness, we have a Patreon. We hope to see you again soon. Go down that lonesome highway. Yeah. Dig it.
The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.